Ciao ragazzi, hello, welcome back to the channel. So today we read a new book that I never read in my life. Who Was Bruce Lee by Jim Gigliotti, with the help of Barney, because sometimes I'm busy, so just Barney stay here. And also I put some, wait, let me see, it's okay the volume. Also if you listen to music, wait.
BRDCE Lee by Jim Gigliotti, illustrated by John Hinderleader, CMCMOFUBIICLBEAKL Independent CBBMNCH 3548 WM Park, Chicago, Illinois 60618 Grosset and Dunlap, an imprint of Penguin Group, USA, LLC. Grosset and Dunlap, published by the Penguin Group, USA, LLC, 375 Hudson Street, New York, New York 10014, USA, USAI, Canada, UK, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, India, South Africa, China. Penguin.com, a Penguin Random House company. If you purchased this book without a cover, you should be aware that this book is stolen property. It was reported as unsold and destroyed to the publisher, and neither the author nor the publisher has for distributing. Library of Congress contents: Who was Bruce Lee? 1 Birth and childhood, 7 Back to the States, 16 TV star, 29 martial arts pioneer, 40 philosopher, 54 cultural icon, 64 gone too soon, 78 the legend grows, 88 timelines, 102 bibliography, 104 505, caret, filled square 1 filled square, comma, caret S. Bruce Lee. The spectators at the International Karate Tournament of 1964 in Long Beach, California were amazed. They were watching a 23-year-old young man named Bruce Lee give a demonstration in martial arts. The martial arts are ways of fitness, fighting, and self-defense. Many of them began hundreds of years ago in Asia, in places such as China, Japan, and Korea. First, Bruce did some push-ups. But these weren't ordinary push-ups. Bruce did them with only one hand. Not only that, he did them using only 2 fingers of one hand. Push-ups are hard enough to do with 2 hands. They're almost impossible with 2 fingers. But Bruce had no trouble. Up, down, perfect form. What strength Bruce had. Then Bruce showed what he called a 1-inch punch. His opponent stood directly in front of him. Bruce pulled his hand back just 1 inch. He thrust it forward with such force that the other man fell backward into a chair. The other man couldn't stay standing, even though he knew what was coming. What power Bruce had. Finally, Bruce stood with his opponent right in front of him. Bruce stood perfectly still. Suddenly, Bruce's hands flashed and were in the other man's face before he could react. Bruce didn't hit him or even touch him. He was just showing how quick he could be. What speed Bruce had. News of Bruce's amazing performance that day reached a Hollywood producer. He thought Bruce might be the right actor for a new television series. The part needed someone who could be a super spy, like a Chinese James Bond. So the producer asked Bruce to come in for a screen test, a tryout for television or the movies. Bruce was a natural in front of the camera. He had a lot of experience acting when he was growing up in Hong Kong. He also had confidence, charm, and good looks. He did so well in his screen test that he got the part. He was no longer just a martial arts star. He was going to be a TV star, too. Bruce accomplished many other things during his lifetime. He was also a teacher and an author. Most of all, though, he became known around the world as an action movie star. He used his martial arts skills in the movies to fight the bad guys and save the day. Then suddenly, Bruce was gone. Even before his most successful movie was shown in theaters, he died. He was only 32 years old. That was in 1973. Bruce Lee is even more famous now than he was then. Other actors and actresses have portrayed martial artists in the movies, but no one ever did it with the strength, power, and speed that Bruce did. Birth and childhood. From the very beginning, Bruce Lee was constantly in motion. When he was the little boy, he was a bundle of energy. He was always playing, running, or jumping. He bounced around his family's apartments so much that his parents and brothers and sisters nicknamed him Mo Si Ting, which means never sit still. Bruce was born in Chinatown of San Francisco, California. His given name was Jun Fan. The Chinese custom is to put the last name first, so his full name was Li Jun Fan. Bruce was born on November 27, 1940, in what the Chinese calendar considers the Year of the Dragon. The Chinese calendar also considers the hour he was born as the Hour of the Dragon, between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. So Bruce was sometimes called the Dragon, or, when he was young, Little Dragon. The dragon is an important symbol in Chinese culture. It is a sacred creature that brings power and good luck. One of the nurses at the hospital in San Francisco gave Li Jun Fan his Americanized name, Bruce. Bruce's dad was named Li Hoi Chuan. He was a well-known actor in a traveling Chinese opera that was in California at the time his son was born. He had also appeared in many movies in China. Bruce's mom was Grace Ho. The Lee family included Bruce's older sisters, Phoebe and Agnes, his older brother, Peter, and his younger brother, Robert, who was born in 1948. When he was just a few months old, Bruce and his family returned to Hong Kong, where his parents had been born. His dad's job meant Bruce was around the performing arts at a young age. He loved to go to work with his dad, and he soon appeared in movies himself. He had natural charisma on screen and was in 20 films as a youngster. Bruce didn't have quite the same enthusiasm for school, however. He was a smart kid, but he didn't try very hard, or he couldn't sit still long enough to try. When he was 12 years old, he entered secondary school. All of his classes were in English. That was a new language for him. At home, his family spoke only Chinese. One day, Bruce's mother got frustrated with his performance in school. She asked him how he ever expected to make a living when he grew up. "I'll become a famous film star one day," Bruce told her in Chinese. Instead of studying, Bruce channeled his boundless energy into fighting. He became mixed up in the gang culture in Hong Kong. He led his own small gang called the Tigers. From boyhood to adolescence, I was a bit of a troublemaker and was greatly disapproved of by my elders, Bruce admitted later. I was extremely mischievous and aggressive. Bruce started getting into a lot of fights. One day, when he was about 13, he lost a fight and was beat up. He decided he had to learn to protect himself better. So he began to study the martial art called Kung Fu. Chinatowns in Th. Lip 1806, AMNV Chin 6 EMA, Ida Rent 6S RRU P on Th W 6 TCO, 6T and CM 66 UCH as San Francisco ANPUOSANSSUSS. Psalms of THS immigrants P to STRIKS at Rich PURING California Gulp Rush. OTHSRSHSUPSPSUIUPTH first RAIUROAP to cross TH UNITSP states. THSSS immigrants FORMSP communities in which they COULP share their unique culture ANP language. Those areas are CALLEP, Chinatowns. In Chinatowns, Chinese immigrants EUILT places to live, shop, ANP eat. TH OLV Street ANP La East Street Chinatown and TH U near P6 Tat 6 16 in 6 and PRANCI 6 CO WH6 R66 RUC WA 660RN. TH FIR 6 TCHIN 66 IMAII 7 RANT 6 ARRIV 6 P and 6 ANTRANCI 6 CO in 1848. TH8 Chinatown AR8A and 6ANFRANCI 6CO16 6TIUU of VI8RANT part of TH8 City. OTH8RU6CRN86 that HAV8 thriving CHINATOWN6INCUUP8N8W York ANP Chicago. Back to the States in 1954, Bruce began studying Kung Fu under a famous instructor in Hong Kong named Yip Man. Bruce always wrote CCC, Gung Lu, which is the way to spell it in the Cantonese dialect in China. As a result of this Kung Fu training, Bruce was learning to protect himself, but he wasn't learning to avoid fights, not yet, anyway. He still got into many fights at school and after school. Bruce fought so much that one teacher suggested he enter an inter-school boxing tournament in 1958. Bruce did, and he won. He easily defeated several opponents by knocking them out in the first round. Then he fought a British student named Gary Elms in the final. Elms had won the tournament 3 years in a row, but Bruce knocked him out in the third round and won the championship. Bruce's strength and quickness made him an excellent boxer. His smooth moves and footwork made him an excellent dancer, too. At about the same time that he won the boxing tournament, he was also a cha-cha dance champion in Hong Kong. When he was 18, Bruce got into a serious fight. The police were called. They knew Bruce and showed up at the door of the Lee family's apartment. If he gets in one more fight, I'm going to have to put him in jail, one of the policemen warned. Bruce's parents knew something had to be done. It wasn't an easy choice, but they decided to send him back to the United States. They believed it would keep Bruce out of trouble with the gangs in Hong Kong and that he would get a proper education there. Lee Hoi Chuan had a friend in Seattle, Washington, who owned a restaurant. He agreed to let Bruce stay in a room above the restaurant and work as a waiter. In April 1959, Bruce boarded a ship headed for San Francisco. From there, he made his way to Seattle. He enrolled at the University of Washington. A counselor at the school suggested that he study philosophy, which is the study of basic understanding and wisdom, because of Bruce's curious nature. Influenced by his study of philosophy, Bruce began to ask himself lots of questions. He asked, what comes after victory? Why do people value victory so much? What is glory? What kind of victory is glorious? What Bruce meant was that he began to question why he had fought so much as a child. What did it reflect about him to the world? The more Bruce studied philosophy, the more his attitude about fighting started to change. He realized he was wrong to have sought out fights as a youngster. He learned that being prepared was the best way to avoid a fight, not to start one. While still in college, Bruce began teaching his friends Kung Fu. At first, he did it for free. Then some people suggested that he open his own teaching studio. So, while still in college, 22-year-old Bruce opened the Jun Fan Kung Fu Institute in 1963. From the start, Bruce began including his personal ideas into his Kung Fu classes. He wasn't only teaching his students to defend themselves, he said. He also was teaching them to express themselves through movement. One of Bruce's students in Seattle was Linda Emery. Bruce asked her out on a date in October of 1963. They fell in love and soon made plans to get married. At first, Linda's parents didn't think it was such a good idea. They were worried that Bruce and Linda would move to Hong Kong and live far away. Linda and Bruce, though, were sure they made the right choice. Bruce was a man of quality and integrity and great love and warmth, Linda said. Linda and I aren't one and one, Bruce once said. We are two halves that make a whole. Two halves fitted together are more efficient than either half would ever be alone. On August 17, 1964, less than 1 year after their first date, Bruce and Linda were married in Seattle. In 1965, they had their first child, a son they named Brandon. The Lee family moved to Oakland. Bruce opened a new studio there. He taught Kung Fu, but he also began developing his own martial arts system. With a NPWHIU-P-R for Emils JD? Come Fu. TH06-6, WL-TRAIT6 map him AD, R-TPANC R2. In fact, H $wa a cha-cha champion in Ani? Con, H caret 6 AIU caret P to TH caret unit caret P6 tat caret 6. TH caret cha cha 16A rhythmic Latin PANC 6 that 6 TART 6P in 1953. It OUICKUY 56 cam caret popular in much of TH6 WORUP. WH6N5RUC6CAM6 to TH6UNIT6P6 tat caret 63Y ship in 1959, H6HAPONUYA50 Lu Podlar 6 in HI6POCK6T, ANPH6WA6 in ON6 of TH6CH caret AP6RCA5IN6P caret UOWP6CK. 5 UTH6 600 NMAP6 caret extra mon caret Y for TH caret trips IT6 ACHIN caret 60M6 of TH caret PA666N caret 76 R6 in TH6 more caret XP6N6 IB6 CA5IN6 A50V caret to POTH6 cha cha. Chapter 3 TV star a man named Jay Sebring was in the crowd the day in 1964 that Bruce showcased his skills at the first international karate tournament in Long Beach, California. Sebring was a friend of Hollywood producer William Dozier. That's how Dozier came to know about Bruce. A producer is someone who does lots of the behind-the-scenes work on a movie or a television program. He or she might do everything from helping to create the show, to hiring the actors and directors, to raising money to make the show. The producer does not appear on camera. But if you've ever seen reruns of the Batman television series from the 1960s, you've heard Dozier speak. He's the deep-voiced narrator who says things such as, "Meanwhile, back in the villain's hideout," and "Tune in next time, same bat channel." Dozier hired Bruce to play the son of a fictional detective named Charlie Chan in a new television series. The series never got off the ground, and eventually the idea was cancelled. Dozier liked what he saw of Bruce, however, so when the producer had another chance to hire him for a new television show, he did. The show was called The Green Hornet. It was based on a comic book character of the same name, just like Batman was. Batman was hugely popular, and Dozier was looking for another hit show. Dozier wanted Bruce to play the role of the Green Hornet's sidekick, who was named Kato. He was the Green Hornet's driver and bodyguard. The Green Hornet and Kato fought crime together. At first, Bruce wasn't sure he wanted to play that character. Before he came along, Chinese roles in movies and on television were either offensive exaggerations or were played by white actors using silly accents, sometimes both. As Bruce once put it, the dialogue for the Chinese characters always included a lot of "ah so's" and "chop chops." Bruce didn't want to reinforce those old stereotypes. That was his rule, Linda said. He would not do any roles that were demeaning to the Chinese culture. Dozier assured Bruce it wouldn't be that way at all. Instead, Kato would use his smarts and martial arts skills to catch criminals and save the day. So Bruce took the job, and the Lee family moved to Los Angeles, where The Green Hornet was filmed. The Green Hornet introduced Bruce, who was 25 years old at the time, to American TV audiences. His kung fu skills were like nothing ever before seen on television. He moved with amazing speed. One story is that Bruce's reflexes were so fast that he could stand in front of a person who held a coin in an open hand, grab the coin, and replace it with another before the person's hand could close. Bruce definitely was too fast for the cameras to catch all of his incredible moves. The makers of the Green Hornet had to ask him to slow down his action. They didn't think television viewers would believe anyone could move as fast as Bruce without using special effects. A funny thing happened with the show. Kato turned out to be more popular than the Green Hornet. That was good for Bruce, but bad for the show. It lasted only one season. When it was cancelled, Bruce was out of a job. Batman Mo THBG J2 Ben HO J2 NBRR caret U caret VI6 ION 6 HOW6 TH caret YW caret R caret on TH caret Air F equals ORTH caret FIR 6 TNM Indiana 1966 Batman Me 0 UTRA 660 U6L Y6 IUUYANR Fun Ikmi Weo Rui popular with VI6W6R6 ANP with Howie Whoop 6TAR6WHOWANT6P to play U66TVIUUAIN6 on TH66HOW. T caret in the United States. Bruce went back to teaching Kung Fu when the show was cancelled. He had a family to support, after all. He and Linda were busy raising Brandon, who liked to practice Kung Fu moves just like his. Then, in 1969, Bruce and Linda had their second child, a girl they named Shannon. When Bruce went back to teaching, stars lined up at his door. Actor James Coburn wanted to learn from Bruce. So did actor Steve McQueen. One famous director paid for Bruce to fly to Switzerland to teach him there. Even 7'2" basketball legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wanted Bruce to teach him. Bruce and Abdul-Jabbar became good friends, and Bruce eventually got to cast him as his opponent in a movie. Bruce choreographed the martial arts scenes in some movies. That means he helped set up the fights called for in the Go script and showed the actors what to do. One of those movies was called The Wrecking Crew. In it, actor Dean Martin plays a spy. Bruce taught Martin how to use Kung Fu. People in the movie business wanted to learn from the best, and Bruce was the best. Not everyone was happy about Bruce teaching martial arts. There were two reasons for that. The first reason was who Bruce was teaching. Some people thought it was a bad idea for Bruce to teach the martial arts to Westerners. Westerners, or the Western world, is a term to describe cultures, not geography. For example, people from Europe and North America are considered Westerners. People from China, Japan, and the Middle East are considered Easterners, or from the Eastern world. For hundreds of years, martial arts, such as Kung Fu, had been taught only by Chinese masters to Chinese students. Many traditional Chinese people thought it was wrong for Bruce to share kung fu secrets with people who were not Chinese. In fact, when Bruce first started teaching kung fu in Oakland, California, a group of traditional Chinese teachers challenged him to a fight. If their representative beat Bruce, he would have to stop teaching non-Chinese people. Bruce took the challenge and easily won the fight. His studio stayed open, and he continued teaching whomever he wanted. The second problem some people had with Bruce was over what he was teaching. He wasn't sticking to the old ways of teaching martial arts. Bruce didn't believe that any particular martial art was best in all circumstances. After all, he had learned in street fights that opponents are not playing by any rules. You can't defend yourself if you're too worried about how to stand and what technique to use. As he once said, the proper method is the one that works. Bruce believed in taking the most useful aspects of the martial arts, simplifying them, and creating his own style. He developed a system called Kun Do. Translated, Kun Do means the way of the intercepting fist. But Bruce also liked to call his system the way of no way. Actually, Bruce never wanted it to be called a system at all. He considered Kun Do to be a specific form of training instead of a method of fighting. He didn't like giving it a name. Cheat. Kun Do is merely a name used, a boat to get one across the river, he said. And once across, it is to be discarded. Bruce's original training was in Kung Fu, but he didn't want to be confined by Kung Fu. He wanted to use all of his talents. Fighting is not something dictated by your conditioning as a Chinese martial artist or a Japanese martial artist, he said. To help Westerners understand what he meant, Bruce liked to use the example of a boxer and a wrestler. A boxer likes to have space between him and his opponent so he can extend his arms and deliver strong punches to the other fighter. A wrestler likes to get up close to his opponents so he can grapple with the other fighter. Instead, they need to break free from the form they were taught. In a street fight, Bruce said, his opponent wouldn't be restricted to any specific method. So why should he? Bruce believed Kun Do freed him from any one method. He boiled down his approach to simple terms: if the enemy is cool, stay cooler than him. If the enemy moves, move faster than him. Interestingly, after his teenage years, Bruce hardly ever fought, even in competition. The ancient Chinese general and philosopher Sun Tzu once said, "The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting." Bruce echoed those words in one movie, when he described his style as the art of fighting without fighting. In other words, being an expert in martial arts helped him to avoid fights. Other guys knew Bruce was so good that fighting him would just mean trouble for them. Of course, that was away from the television and movie screen. On screen, Bruce would eventually become one of the greatest martial arts fighters of all time. The most popular martial arts th*r*ar*ar*hunrr*r $r pif $r ntamrtiauaptse or 6 with ori tins a uuarounpth $3 re c r v uop rjjaft a if ro3 al e 33 ll3y3v of variou 6 ardlau art 6 w r praottoau 60a of th tim and ut that no wartiau art Washington 6 pracnoauauu of th tim h r af w of th a 06t popular anrw uu known aartiau arts aikiro a japanss msthor for 6 slfrsfsn 6s aikiro ros not rsuy on physical strsnsth INSTSAR, it lists and attacks its own momentum to RSFSAT him. HAPKIRO, ANOTHSRAARTIAL art for SSLFRSFSNSS, this ons from KORSA. It INCLURSSSLSMSNTS of AIKIRO, SUT also UTILIZSS kicks ANRPUNCHSS. JURO, an Olympic sport SINCS 1964, JUROSVOLVSR from THSJAPANSSSAARTIAL Art Jiu-Jitsu. In JURO, THS06JSCT is to USSSPSSRANRLSVSRASS to throw or tax roan an opponent. Jiu-Jitsu, a term that omens THS samurai warriors of Japan to R F at arm P opponents psi USINS hours, throws, OR punches. Carrots SMPHA 5 IZSSSTRONS, quick SUOWS that's CONCSNTRATSPOWSRANRSNSRSY. IT unuses striking TSCHNIQUSS such as punching, kicking, ANRKNIFSHANRSCA, carrots Chapo. Carrots ORISINATSR in what is now part of Japan. Kung Fu, a TSRM for various CHINSSSMARTIAU arts. SRUCSS's SARUISSTAAARTIAUARTS instruction was in a STYUS of Kung Fu CAUUSR Wins Chun, which USSS striking. ANRSRAPPUINS in CUOSSFISHTINS. Touch Quan RO, a KORSANMARTIAU art for SSUFRSFSNSS. It RSUISS Morse HSAVIUY on KICKINS than AANYOTHSRA, IARTIAU arts. Touch Quan RO is AUSO and OUYMPIC sport. Tai Chi, an ANCISNTCHINSSSAARTIAU art. It is USSR to improvs PHYSICAUANRMSNTAUWSSINSTHROUSHSUOW, CONTROUUSRMOVSMSNT. Philosopher Bruce's ability to perform martial arts almost ended in 1970. One morning, he was lifting weights when he felt a pain in his back. The next day, the pain was worse. The day after that, it was worse still. Soon, the pain was unbearable. He went to see a doctor. The doctor told Bruce he had permanently damaged a nerve in his back. He said Bruce's kung fu career was over. Bruce was confined to bed for the next 3 months. For 3 months after that, he still couldn't do any martial arts. That was 6 full months with no martial arts training. In every big thing or achievement there are always obstacles, big or small, he later said. The reaction one shows to such obstacles is what counts, not the obstacle itself. In this case, Bruce's obstacle was his injury. For the first time in his life, he wasn't in motion. How did he react to it? Well, he didn't mope around feeling sorry for himself and he didn't waste his time, either. Instead, he continued to develop his philosophy, his personal code of conduct. Bruce read many books on other people's ideas of what the basic principles of life might be. He had a huge library. He once estimated he had more than 2,500 books. Bruce studied those books, and he thought about a lot of things. He thought carrot out Jeet Kune Do. He thought about life. He thought about how he could bring more of his thoughts about life into his teaching of the martial arts. He also began to write. His notes have been compiled into many different books about Kune Do, the martial arts, and wisdom for everyday living. Still, Bruce had always been a man on the move, and he needed to get back into action. He knew what the doctor had told him. He set out to prove the doctor wrong. Bruce mapped out his own strategy for getting better. He started slowly at first, then gradually worked his way back into shape. He had to deal with pain in his back for the rest of his life. Otherwise, though, he was as good as ever. Bruce was able to return to the martial arts in large part because his ways of training and fitness were revolutionary. His methods were considered extremely unusual for his day, but they have long since become accepted. Consider weight training, for instance. In Bruce's time, weight training was used mostly by huge bodybuilders who wanted to make their muscles as big as possible. Bruce was only about 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighed only 140 pounds. Still, he trained with weights. He didn't care about how big his muscles were, he cared how useful they were. Though he was not big, his strength was legendary. He was so strong that he could do 50 chin-ups, using only one arm. The wisdom of Bruce Lee. A few, I not th caret amnwho has practic caret p tisk thousaw kicks oncs, 3 utifsarthsamnwho has praonc caret ros kick tshhthoiasahvtmss. Not caret that thsstlffsst caret ss is aa05tsas1 greater than cvackst. Wu caret THS3MA300ORWIUUOW6 or Viv caret 6 with TH caret WINR. I pond in pure caret luck. You have caret to CR caret at caret your own luck. You have caret to AWAR caret of TH caret opportunities AROUNP take APVANTASC of them. TFUAUWAYS put HMIT6 on EVERYTHINSUPO, PHYSICAEORANYTHINSEUSE, it WIUU6 PREAP into your work ANP into your UIFE. There are no UIMITS. There are ONUY plateaus, ANP you must not stay there, you must so SCYONP them. Always yourself. Express yourself, have faith in yourself, PO not out ANP look for a successful personality ANPPUPLICATE it. THOUSH we possess a pair of eyes, most of USPO not really, see, in the true sense of the warp. If you love life, can't waste time, for time is what life is a up of. Bruce also kept strict diet and exercise routines. He took vitamins and Chinese herbs, and his workouts were intense. He even practiced a radical method of electric muscle stimulation. Doctors have since found it to be a valuable tool for helping damaged muscles heal and for preventing injury to healthy muscles. Bruce was ahead of his time in all these areas. In 1970, when Bruce had recovered enough from his back injury, he took a trip with Brandon to Hong Kong. That trip would help make him a superstar. Cultural icon on his trip to Hong Kong in 1970, the 29-year-old Bruce met adoring fans everywhere he went. When he walked down the street, people ran up to him to say hello. If he ate dinner in a restaurant, they stared and whispered to their friends. Talk show hosts wanted to interview him. Television variety shows wanted him to give kung fu demonstrations. Bruce was a little surprised by all the attention. At the time, reruns of The Green Hornet were showing on television in Hong Kong. People there didn't call it The Green Hornet, though. Instead, Bruce was so popular that they called it The Kato Show. They were proud of Kato. Finally, an American television show featured a Chinese character in a strong and positive way. Bruce's reception in Hong Kong made him think that maybe China was where his film career could really take off. He thought that if he became a big star in Hong Kong, then he could move into films in the United States. Plus, there were a lot of good things about making movies. In Hong Kong, he could have more influence there on how action films were made. He could make movies the way he wanted, which meant that he could help change how the Chinese were perceived in America. In 1971, Bruce signed a deal with Raymond Chow to do a series of martial arts action films for a company called Golden Harvest Productions in Hong Kong. Before Bruce's collaboration with Raymond Chow and Golden Harvest, most Chinese action films were not very good. They used wires to make it look like the actors and martial artists were flying through the air. Bruce knew that those movie tricks only looked silly. He knew that he was better than other Chinese martial arts actors. He didn't need any special effects. Before I made my first Chinese film, Chinese flicks were considered kind of unrealistic, Bruce said. There was a lot of overacting and a lot of jumping around. All in all, T didn't look real. Bruce's first movie with Golden Harvest was called The Big Boss. Released in 1971. It was titled Fists of Fury when it was later released in the United States. In The Big Boss, Bruce plays a young man named Cheng. He works in an ice factory with his cousins. Cheng promises his mom he will never fight, but when his cousins are killed, he needs to break that promise and fight the criminals who are selling drugs out of the factory. The Big Boss marked the first time Bruce had a starring role in a film. When The Big Boss premiered in Hong Kong, the audience was quiet. Bruce wasn't sure what they thought of it, but after the final scene, when the lights came on in the theater, everyone burst into wild applause. They were so quiet during the movie because they were mesmerized. They had never seen anything like it. Before The Big Boss, the movie that made the most money in Asia was The Sound of Music, which was an American musical. The Big Boss broke The Sound of Music's box office record. But the new record didn't last long. That's because Bruce's second film for Golden Harvest, called Fist of Fury, was released in 1972. It broke the Big Boss records. Fist of Fury was renamed The Chinese Connection when it came out in the United States. In Fist of Fury, Bruce plays a man named Chen Zhen who returns to his old school. Chen Zhen finds out that his favorite teacher, a legendary martial arts instructor, has been killed. Chen Zhen avenges his teacher's death by fighting a bunch of bad guys. Fist of Fury, like all Bruce's motion pictures, includes some violent fight scenes. In fact, each of the 4 movies in which he starred as an adult are rated R. Children under 17 require accompanying parent or adult guardian. But Bruce did not want to glorify violence. He said, "The fighting in his films was action that bordered on fantasy. I do not believe in playing up violence in films," he said. "I think it is unhealthy." The Big Boss and Fist of Fury were so successful that other companies wanted Bruce to leave Golden Harvest and come work for them. But Bruce remained loyal to Raymond Chow, and Raymond Chow rewarded that loyalty by giving Bruce control over the next martial arts action film. Bruce would not only star in The Way of the Dragon, which came out late in 1972, but he also would write, produce, and direct the movie. The script for The Way of the Dragon, called Return of the Dragon in the United States, was pretty much like the others. Bruce plays Tang Lung, who travels to Rome, Italy, to work with his cousins in a restaurant. When bad guys try to take the restaurant from Tang Lung's cousins, he fights back. The climactic fight is against another great martial artist, Chuck Norris. It takes place in the famous Colosseum in Rome. The Way of the Dragon was another huge hit. Hollywood was starting to take notice. Bruce Lee vs. Chuck Norris IMTH 2012 movie THBXBNPI.ESE on of TH characters TEUUS Looker PUAYEP side Chuck Norris IHEARPU SOT SIT SIA KINS COSRA to which EOOKERREPUIES. Yeah, EUT after 5 pays of ASONI2INS pain, the COERAPIEP, that famous movie UINECREPITS Norris. With SUPERHUAANSTRENSTHANP power. He is not SUPERHUAAN. STIUU, Norris is a 6-time WORUPPROFESSIONAUMIPPUEWEISHT karate champion. He is a MEMER of the AAARTIAU Arts HISTORV Museum's Hall of Fame. In 1990, he ECAME the first Westerner in the 4,500-year HISTORV of TAE Quan PO to earn the rank of EISHTHPESREELACKEUTSRANPAASTER. UIKEERUCEUE. Norris went on to use AAARTIAU Arts WHIUESTARRINS in action films ANP on television. Norris, WHORARELV Lost. In R OHF comp RMONS, Lost A ACNL Phi JHT on OHC That WA6I Jane T in way of THFP gone. TH 2 AARTIAUART 66 HAP DRR at R 6P for ACHOTH R. Some A STH Y train PTODR TH R. V N Thor TH Y HAP A5 ID 7 Phi HT$C N in THA way of the P pagan. TH YW R actuate IV RIIROOP fry NPS. Gone too soon. In the fall of 1972, Bruce was working on another movie in Hong Kong called Game of Death, with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the basketball star, when he was contacted by Warner Brothers. The big Hollywood studio wanted Bruce, who was then 31 years old, to make a motion picture called Enter the Dragon. It would be the first time Hollywood and Hong Kong worked together to produce a movie. Bruce's dream of bringing Chinese culture to Americans was coming true. Bruce believed that people would learn to appreciate the martial arts from his movies, and if they appreciated the martial arts, they also would appreciate Chinese culture. That made Bruce a hero to the Chinese people. Even though Bruce was living in the United States, his Chinese heritage was still very important to him. He remained close to his family, too. Bruce's father died shortly after Brandon was born in 1965. His mother moved to Los Angeles several years after that to be near Bruce and his family. Bruce's older brothers and sisters were already living in the United States. His younger brother, Robert, was a popular musician in Hong Kong before he, too, moved to Los Angeles. Bruce knew that Enter the Dragon was a great opportunity to let the outside world in on some of our Chinese culture. He felt an awesome sense of responsibility because of it. If Enter the Dragon was going to showcase Chinese traditions and customs, he felt he had to honor them. Bruce always had worked hard, putting all his boundless energy into his training and films. But now his schedule was incredibly hectic. He was working around the clock. He was writing the Enter the Dragon script, acting, training, and choreographing fight scenes. In May 1973, when working in Hong Kong on the sound for Enter the Dragon, Bruce collapsed. He was exhausted. It was a scary incident, but he recovered. Then, on July 20th, while working on the script for his next movie, Game of Death's Bruce complained of a headache, so he took some medicine and went to sleep.
Okay guys, I think we must reborrow the book, so it's page 80. So have a little patience. Okay, let's go.
Was working around the clock. He was writing the Enter the Dragon script, acting, training, and choreographing fight scenes.
I suppose a little. Così are the music. Okay. We start from the beginning of copyright music, so it's more relaxing when we are.
Great content needs a great audience, like a purple dinosaur needs a hug. Can I have a hug? Get your hug right here, Dino Boy. Yeah!
There's no copyright music.
Was working around the clock. He was writing the Enter the Dragon script, acting, training, and choreographing fight scenes. In May 1973, when working in Hong Kong on the sound for Enter the Dragon, Bruce collapsed. He was exhausted. It was a scary incident, but he recovered. Then, on July 20th, while working on the script for his next movie, Game of Death's Bruce complained of a headache, so he took some medicine and went to sleep. When it was time for dinner, one of his co-stars in Game of Death couldn't wake him up.
Wait guys, I don't know what I could stop the music.
Neither could Raymond Chow. They called an ambulance. The ambulance took Bruce to the hospital, and he was declared dead on arrival. He was only 32 years old. The cause of Bruce's death was a cerebral edema or brain swelling. It was the result of a reaction to the pain medicine. The news was devastating to Bruce's fans in Hong Kong. Bruce was so popular that a reported 25,000 people turned out for his funeral in Hong Kong. They crammed the city streets as his funeral procession drove past. They strained police barricades to get a glimpse of their fallen hero. Then they respectfully walked by his casket to pay their final respects. Bruce's widow, Linda, wanted him buried in Seattle. That's where she planned to live with their children, Brandon and Shannon. So another funeral was held in Seattle, Washington. Actors Steve McQueen and James Coburn helped carry his coffin. Thousands of people still visit Bruce's gravesite in Seattle each year. Brandon Lee Th. with Y for OTH RMARTXAU, RN6T6 to star in AOITONFIUAS. Almonds THSMAR carat Chuck Norris, J carat and CLAUPS Van PAMMS, Smavision SSA carat JAU, Cynthia Rothrick, ANPSRANPONUSSCSRUC carat ANPUINPA Us's Soso. SAPUY, SRANPONAUSOPISP at AYOUNSS. Indiana 1993, HS was Kio USP Saya FRSAK Sunshot 1 YSP1 Movies Kalust TIFC carat Out. A son that was SUPPOSSP to FERS A slank CARTRIPSSFIRSPARSAUSUUUST, ANP it struck SRANPON. HS was ONUYTWSNTYSISHTYSARSOUP. The legend grows. The line in front of the Chinese theater in Hollywood went around the corner. It was 7:30 in the evening, and Enter the Dragon was scheduled to start in half an hour. But the line wasn't for that show. It was for the 10 o'clock show. The 8 p.m. screening already was sold out, and people were waiting in line 2.5 hours early for the next one. Enter the Dragon was billed as the first American-produced martial arts spectacular. It opened in Hollywood on August 24, 1973, just 5 weeks after Bruce died. Not all the critics loved it, but the public sure did. It seemed like everyone wanted to see it. A movie that cost less than $1 million to make went on to take in more than $200 million, making it one of the greatest financial blockbusters of all time. In Enter the Dragon, Bruce plays a Shaolin monk named Li, who is invited to compete in a martial arts tournament held on the remote island of the mysterious and evil Han. Han is a disgraced former Shaolin student who is now running an empire of crime. He is well protected by the martial arts talent he has recruited over the years during his tournaments, and his left hand is an iron weapon. But he is no match for Li, who eventually frees the prisoners on the island and, in one of the movie's most famous scenes, kills Han with one of his own swords in a room of mirrored walls. Bruce had become an action movie legend by the time Enter the Dragon was in theaters. But that doesn't explain why, 4 decades after his death, he is more popular than ever. There are dozens of websites devoted to him, and Bruce Lee conventions have been held around the world. He is so popular that in 2012, the San Francisco Giants baseball team held a Bruce Lee tribute night. After all, the city was Lee's birthplace. Linda Lee threw out the first pitch, and Shannon Lee sang the national anthem. Bruce made a lasting impact on the martial arts by bringing kung fu to Westerners and by developing Kung Do. His reach still extends to popular culture. In action films, many martial arts stars have tried to follow in Bruce's footsteps. In comic books, characters practice Kung Do. In video games, several characters are patterned after Bruce. In the rapidly growing sport of mixed martial arts, MMA, Bruce's influence is so strong that some people call him the father of MMA. That includes Ultimate Fighting Championship, UFC, President Dana White. He talks about the way Bruce believed, you take the good things from every different discipline, use what works, and you throw the rest away. Shannon Lee, Bruce's daughter, SDIJSG Kung Do was not the same as MMA, but that it's fair to call Bruce the father of MMA because he was the first to teach that a complete fighter has to be free of styles. Athletes, entertainers, and people in all walks of life credit Lee with having a profound influence on their lives. Bruce brought together the cultures of the United States and China. He taught centuries-old martial arts techniques to Westerners, and he brought modern movie-making techniques to Easterners. Under the sky, under the heavens, there is but one family, he once said. It just so happens that people are different. Bruce is credited with creating an entirely new film genre. He was arguably the greatest martial artist in history. He was a philosopher, a teacher, and an actor. He even wrote poetry, and he did all this while living only 32 short years. He lived every day as a day of discovery, his wife, Linda, said at his funeral in Seattle. His 32 years were full of living. He believed that man struggles to find a life outside himself, not realizing that the life he seeks is within him. Jackie Clan, perhaps TH M06TSUCC SSFULMPTUL artist on 6CR N6INC 3 RUC is Tackle Chan. WS Washington 6, born in Hun Khan, In 1954, WH NWA 66 V NR N, work up a 5A6 tonman on fist of FUJ Y. Lat R, H5 workup on A, 75 greater than ER, I. P12AGON, 2. Aft RAPF or in in many movies and H0N 7 cond, Chan MOV R to Howie Whoop ANRP CAAA A3IC, Dollar Tar and TH Uniter 6 Tat 6. HA6 app AR and A, IOR then Lu TKM S and HI6 car R. AMNY of TH A have N51 to the power of 7 HIT6 at TH OK office, in TH popular RU6 H hour 6 re 6. Chan CR RIT 6 RUC with KNI. A 51 INFLU NC on HI6 car R. Put WHILPANYARTTAUARTP6 tripper to copy PRUCP, Chan PPCAAPFAAOU6PY Roy9. THINC6ALITTUPRIFFPRPNTUY. HP ROP not HAVP as AAUCHFORAAU training in THPFMMAVARTP. ANRHPIP known for HIPCOM V and HIP AAOVIPP. I. NPVPRWANTPR to PPTHPNPKTPRUCP up, HPONCP pair. IJUPTWANTPR to PPTHPFIRPTJACKIP Chan. 1941, 1946, 1953, 1959, 1961, 1964, 1965, 1966, 1967, 1968, 1969, 1971, 1972, 1973, 1993. Timeline of Bruce Lee's life. Born November 27 in San Francisco, California as an infant, makes an uncredited appearance in a movie in Hong Kong called Golden Gate Girl, has first speaking role in a Cantonese language film in Hong Kong, begins to learn Kung Fu, leaves Hong Kong to live in the United States, attends the University of Washington on August 2, performs at International Karate Tournament on August 17, marries Linda Emery. Bruce and Linda have a son, Brandon Lee, born February 1, co-stars in the Green Hornet television series. Appears in popular Ironside television series, plays a villain in the motion picture Marlowe. Bruce and Linda have a daughter, Shannon, born April 19, stars in The Big Boss, renamed Fists of Fury in the United States, for Hong Kong's Golden Harvest Studios. Filled Square stars in Fist of Fury, renamed The Chinese Connection. In the United States, for Golden Harvest Studios directs, writes, and stars in The Way of the Dragon. Filled Square has first major role in a Hollywood film. Enter the Dragon on July 20th, dies in Hong Kong at age 32. Filled Square. Brandon Lee dies in Wilmington, North Carolina, at age 28. Filled Square. San Francisco Giants Bruce Lee Tribute Night. Thai World War II begins. Japan invades Hong Kong and captures it. The United States enters World War II after Japanese planes bomb Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. British and Chinese troops take Hong Kong back from the Japanese. World War II ends. Jackie Robinson of the Brooklyn Dodgers becomes the first black player in the modern era of Major League Baseball. The United States Supreme Court rules that racial segregation in schools is unconstitutional. Disneyland opens in Anaheim, California. Alaska becomes the 49th state in the U.S. Hawaii becomes the 50th state. John Glenn becomes the first U.S. astronaut to orbit the Earth. John F. Kennedy, the President of the United States, is assassinated. The Beatles become a huge hit in the United States. The United States. Neil Armstrong becomes the first man to walk on the moon. U.S. President Richard Nixon makes an historic visit to Communist China. Richard Nixon resigns as President of the United States after the Watergate scandal. 1941, 1945, 1947, 1954, 1955, 1959, 1962, 1963, 1964, 1969, 1972. Bibliography *Koopmans, Andy. The Importance of Bruce Lee. San Diego, Lucent, 2002. Lee, Bruce Lee, The Celebrated Life of the Golden Dragon. Edited by John Little, Boston, Tuttle, 2000. Lee, Bruce, Jeet Kune Do, Bruce Lee's Commentaries on the Martial Way. Edited by John Little, Boston, Tuttle, 1997. Lee, Bruce, Striking Thoughts, Bruce Lee's Wisdom for Daily Living. Edited by John Little, Boston, Tuttle, 2002. Asterisk Lewis, John E. Bruce Lee. Philadelphia, Chelsea House, 1998. Little, John, The Warrior Within, The Philosophies of Bruce Lee to Better Understand the World Around You and Live a More Rewarding Life. Chicago, Contemporary Books, 1996. Asterisk Tagliaferro, Linda, Bruce Lee, Minneapolis, Lerner Publications, 2000. Thomas, Bruce Lee, Fighting Spirit. Berkeley, C.A. Frog, Limited, 1994. Asterisk Books for Young Readers. Kids who have outgrown the Magic Treehouse may enjoy this new school library journal. www.treasurechestseries.com. Who was? Abigail Adams, Abraham Lincoln, Albert Einstein, Alexander Graham Bell, Amelia Earhart, Anne Frank, Annie Oakley, Babe Ruth, Barack Obama, the Beatles, Ben Franklin, Bill Gates, Bob Dylan, Bruce Lee, Charles Darwin, Christopher Columbus, Clara Barton, Claude Monet, Daniel Boone, Davy Crockett, Dolly Parton, Dr. Seuss, Eleanor Roosevelt, Elvis Presley. Ernest Shackleton, Ferdinand Magellan, Franklin Roosevelt, Frida Kahlo, George Lucas, George Washington, Harriet Tubman, Harry Houdini, Helen Keller, Henry Ford, Isaac Newton, K. Rowling, Lackey Robinson, Jane Goodall, I.M. Henson, John F. Kennedy, Johnny Appleseed, Julius Caesar, King Tut, Laura Ingalls Wilder, Leonardo da Vinci, Louis Armstrong, Louis Braille, Marco Polo. Maria Tall, Chief Marie Curie, Mark Twain, Martin Luther King Jr., Maurice Sendak, Michelle Obama, Milton Hershey, Muhammad Ali, Neil Armstrong, Nelson Mandela, Pablo Picasso, Paul Revere, Queen Elizabeth, Queen Victoria, Rachel Carson, Roald Dahl, Robert E. Lee, Roberto Clemente, Ronald Reagan, Rosa Parks, Sacagawea, Sally Ride, Steve Jobs, Steven Spielberg, Susan B. Anthony. Theodore Roosevelt, Thomas Alva Edison, Thomas Jefferson, Ulysses S. Grant, Walt Disney, William Shakespeare, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, the Wright brothers. Chicago Public Library LLI 1 Ilaiii Huaro 4437744846 Independence New Overseas Lee Hollow Square, the son of a Chinese opera star. Hollow Square, an action film hero. Hollow Square, one of the greatest martial arts masters of all time. All of the above. Find out more about the real Bruce Lee in this fun and exciting illustrated biography.
Reading books, say to me, comment, because I read also some comics, manga, like this I have the app.